How are you? In this video, I'm going to talk about the two major types of life insurance policies that exist, hopefully educate you on how the products work and give you a little more ammo if you're out there selling these policies that can give you those extra leg up when you're in the middle of closing a deal. So let's dive into it. All right, so as I mentioned, there are two major types of life insurance policies that exist. You may or may not be aware of how these work, so I'll touch on them and how they work briefly. So first and foremost, there is term life insurance policy. It's one of the most basic types of life insurance policy and is exactly what it sounds like. It is for a term, a certain period of time, usually in the blocks of 10, 20, or 30 years is how we usually see them, and a certain death benefit alongside that. So it would, let's just say, for example, $1 million term, 20-year term life insurance policy runs somebody like me maybe $55 a month. Somebody my age and my health. It goes based on height, weight, your current health, and if you smoke. Those are kind of the major factors that go into life insurance across the board. But a 20-year term, $1 million policy for someone like me is maybe $55 a month. This is just arbitrary numbers I'm just making up. The other major type of life insurance policy on the flip side is a whole life insurance policy. It is also known as a permanent life insurance policy. Unlike the term, the permanent policy sticks with you for the remainder of your life, whole life, as long as you keep it active and continue paying your premiums. So there are a couple major differences between the two. Obviously, the term runs out at a certain period of time after 20 years. If you live 20 years and one day, your policy expires and there is no longer that $1 million in coverage. The whole life insurance policy, as long as you keep paying the premium and keep it active for the remainder of your life, will stay active. So two major differences: term expires, permanent policy does not expire, it sticks with you forever. Another major difference is the term life insurance policy is usually pretty cheap. Like I said, let's just say $55 a month. The whole life insurance policy, because it does not expire, it will run you a little bit more like something like $200 a month for someone like me for a whole life insurance policy for $1 million. Those are kind of, like I said, arbitrary numbers. And I will touch a couple more details here, the differences between the two. A lot of people like to look at these different types of policies as if you're buying and renting a home. So the term life insurance policy, you are renting the coverage for that 20 years. The whole life, you're buying that policy for the remainder of your life. And it also builds what's called cash value. So the policy not only is something you're paying into for life insurance, but it actually acts as a bit of a supplemental retirement plan and also savings account, which some people like to look at it as. So you're paying your premium. Don't be mistaken. You are paying for life insurance, but some of that money is actually being saved up and accumulated, and it actually grows with some interest year after year. So after, let's just say 5, 10, 20 years of paying your $200 in premium, you, let's just say, accumulate $40, $50, $60,000 in cash value, which you can actually borrow from the policy tax-free. That is one of the beautiful aspects of life insurance and whole life insurance, is that you can actually use the money while you're still alive and borrow from it completely tax-free in the form of a loan. The life insurance company gives it to you in the form of a loan at a very small interest rate. So these are one of the secrets to life insurance, where you hear even like Drake, the artist, it talks about in his songs where he's talking about whole life insurance and how it's a great thing. And there's some real benefits to it. It's not, super widely known knowledge, but that's why I'm making this video. So the downside of the term policy is that you're just paying the premiums, paying the premiums, paying the premiums. If you die if you die within that 20-year term, boom, somebody gets paid out $1 million. Your beneficiary gets tax-free $1 million, which is amazing. But if you live one day past that 20 years, nobody gets anything, and you just spent 20 years of premium every single year, $50 a month times 12. That's whatever, $600 times 20 years. That's I don't know, what am I doing my math right? It's like, shoot, I can't do math right now. It's like $12,000, whatever. Anyways, the whole life insurance, that's one of the major benefits. And so term life insurance also has the ability to convert into a whole life insurance policy. Some companies give you 5 to 7 years to decide, hey, I changed my mind. I want a whole life policy. Let me convert my term into a whole life, which is a great little thing to have. But those are kind of the biggest things. I'm a huge believer in life insurance, especially if you are a family person, if you have some kids, if you have kids and a wife or husband, and you have a little bit of debt on the home. Let's just say you have a mortgage of $500,000. A great inexpensive way to go is a term life insurance policy for 10 or 20 years. Let's say you have 20 years left on the mortgage for $500,000. Get yourself a small policy, just at the very minimum. You don't want to leave the family with some debt. The whole life insurance, if you're young, I highly recommend it. The cheapest time to buy life insurance is today, or yesterday, really, because the younger you are, the better rating you're going to get. It's all based on, like I said, age, your height, your weight, and your physical health. And if you're smoking at all, that's a big factor too. If you do smoke, you will be rated at a much higher rate. So life insurance, if you have it, business owners, super, super important to have, life insurance. A lot of people will say, don't worry, it's all good, Chris. I got it through work. Work has a life insurance policy for me. I always say, hey, Mike, that's awesome. That's great that they have something for you even in the first place. And I'm happy you believe in the life insurance as well. Would you ever consider getting something that you own? Because your company policy, they own that policy. You don't actually own that life insurance policy. If you, let's just say, switch jobs or one day get laid off or something happens where you change careers, you no longer have life insurance and you will have to requalify at a higher age, more expensive rate because you're going to be older. And God forbid you have a little bit of diabetes or something and you're completely ineligible and you don't qualify for life insurance at all. So best thing to do is lock in life insurance at a younger age, today or yesterday if possible, and get the best rate. I prefer whole life. You could put a little extra money into it every month. It grows, accumulates tax-free, and you can borrow and use it. That's a great little supplemental retirement plan, and also protects your loved ones in case something does happen to you. So that's kind of just a breakdown of the two different types, term versus whole life. And everybody's scenario is a little bit different. So make sure you understand what the needs are of your customer and which one truly makes sense for their situation. Hopefully that does help you. If it does, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. Really appreciate it. Share this with somebody who wants to understand how life insurance works. And also check us out on Instagram at Adelphia Insurance and at Chris the Insurance Guy to see some more of the behind the scenes stuff of the office and also my life, what I'm doing in and out of the office to keep these videos going. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the comments. They're really what keeps me going, and the positive feedback that people are getting some value from this. So hopefully you got some value from this one, and get out there, sell life insurance. It's one of the most important products that we can sell as insurance agents. And do your job, ask the right questions, help people, and lead with integrity, and I think good things will come to you. If you help enough other people get what they want, eventually you will get what you want. I'm a big believer in that, and that's all I got. Hopefully this helps. See you at the top. See you guys soon. Good luck. Peace.